Hi, welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Rose. And if you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. Today, we are playing Martha is Dead, which is from reading the synopsis summary of the game. It's a psychological horror game. So, let's get into it without further ado. Now, I would like to say that this is very likely not for children, so parental discretion is advised. Really, for any of the games that I play on this channel. But, let's start. I'm going to do my best to, okay. The story of Martha is Dead and its featured characters are a work of fiction. The game contains potentially uncomfortable scenes and covers topics that may distress some players. An option to censor these scenes is provided after this message. The game is for an adult audience only, carrying the inappropriate age rating. As an adult-only narrative drama, the game uses artistic interpretations that can be visually unsettling and may cause discomfort. It explores the complexities of the human mind, psychological trauma, and self-harm in a sensitive manner. The game is not recommended for players who may find depictions of mature scenes containing blood, dismemberment, disfigurement of human bodies, miscarriage, and self-harm upsetting. I will be playing this on the censored setting, by the way. If someone you know is struggling, and information and crisis resources are available at safeinourworld.org/find dash help. Yeah, if someone you know or you need help, please find your local resources. Warning: this game contains scenes displaying mutilation and self-harm. Some players might find the scenes disturbing. Would you like to play the censored version? Yes. Also, because I'm certain that YouTube would frown upon the uncensored version. And I also don't want to cause any undue harm to anybody. Even unintentionally. Especially unintentionally, I should say. Huh.
Ciao, I'm Julia K. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin. There is so much that... I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
So far, this game is beautiful. Unreal Engine is amazing. I'll try not to talk over the dialogue. The Legend, summer 1929.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes. I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman, could you tell me her story? Even if it's foggy outside. Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
Aw, that's so sweet. I love her, Nanny.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
Okay. The White Lady.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved.
Oh, that's sad.
She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
Speak up.
Oh, the poor dear. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, Poppet, but that's the way it is.
Which sucks.
And we must learn to deal with it.
That's not true.
Okay.
You
I'll
can make
try,
it more fair
But it makes me so mad.
by standing
Keep
up for
on
what you
reading,
believe in.
Nanny.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved. When fog arises, the White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance.
I'm a little scared of this story, even though I like the lady.
Should I stop reading, my little sparrow?
No, Nanny. Daddy always tells me that fear must be faced.
That's true.
Go ahead.
Okay, honey.
Even though it's hard. As someone with mental health issues, it's hard.
Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
That's a very sad story
Good night, Nanny.
to read to a
Good night,
child.
my love.
Jeez. Although it's something that I would personally like, even as a kid. I was a
I
weird,
spent
creepy
almost
kid.
3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
The lake. Interesting. So, this is about World War II. So you're going to be seeing some paraphernalia of the time. I played this just a little bit to check it out, to see if I could actually play it on YouTube, and I can.
Open the camera.
I'll just do my best
Remove
to
the
avoid
old roll of film.
certain depictions, such as playing it uncensored. That ought to help. Okay.
Put the new film in.
Interesting.
Close the camera.
Now,
Load the film.
I don't know if this is actually how these cameras used to work, but if it is, fascinating. Because I have no experience with any of them.
Activate the timer.
Okay.
Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus.
So
There's
involved.
something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
Use the right joystick to move. A person.
What? Is that a person? I must help them.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, I do have to help them. So this is basically the
I
setup
was horrified at the idea that
for the whole
someone
game.
might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible.
That is very terrible. So she took off her clothes so she could get into the water. So she can try and rescue the person floating in the water. Makes sense. Okay, joystick to swim. Oh, fish. Neat. Oof. Okay, so let's see who it is. Or if they're even alive. Let's see.
I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me.
That's awful. Poof.
Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think.
What I want to know is how on earth did she even get into the water?
I have to stay calm.
Oh,
Martha is not dead. It's not possible.
hence the title of the game, Martha is Dead.
It's not true. There's no need to worry. Everything is fine.
My controller is going insane right now.
Everything will be fine.
Like vibrating like crazy right
I
now.
have to stay calm. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
So she's putting on Martha's necklace. I don't know if
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
I don't know if because they're twins, that's how they identify themselves with everybody
What
else.
are you doing?
Go, Eric, run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone.
Pretending to be Martha, who
I would
is
have
deaf.
to pretend to be Martha.
Oh.
Forever.
Yeah, just what I said. Pretending to be Martha, who is deaf. So she's pretending to be the other sister. So they think that she's actually dead. Insane. Sign of the cross, get up. I'm gonna get up.
Praying is pointless. It's just a way of soothing your conscience by trying to ease the pain. But I don't want the pain to ease. What would I be left with then?
Eerie, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
Hints can be disabled within the game settings. Alright. Well, like I said, I played a little bit of this. This is about the point that I stopped, so I do remember what to do here. This is a very interesting game. I am a big fan of psychological horror. The kind that can really get into your head.
Can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second. Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
Can I even interact with him? I can't. Alright.
Books, books, and more books. In our villa, there must be 10 times more than even here.
Okay. So they want me to go get the flowers.
Someone coming to get these damn flowers.
Oh, wrong way.
When Mummy asks for something, there's no escaping it.
There's a lot to explore, so I will do my best to keep things moving. I'm really bad at getting caught up in exploration, so I'll do my best not to let that happen.
Everything always has to be perfect with her. What's happening? Who closed the door?
That's the radio, by the way. The captions that you're seeing.
Eerie, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here? Of all places?
What? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
Okay, I couldn't.
What are
do
they
this
talking
before.
about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irena? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf, and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irena. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
Jeez.
I'm the crazy one? Me?
Yeah, a little bit. If you have twins and you
They
love
have
one...
done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl.
Why is she crazy?
What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
Yeah, if you have kids, you should not favor one over the other. That shit is not cool, man.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Okay. Like I was saying, it's not cool to favor one kid over the other. It's pretty crappy.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
It's really sad. It's so awful. Whoa. So I have to pick the correct letters, is what it looks like. Martha has lost her soul.
Martha has lost her soul.
Good gods. Ugh. Because there are multiple gods. And multiple pantheons and religions and whatnot.
Martha has lost her soul.
This is certainly not about that. And this is about her guilt. Good man. It's a beautiful camera, though. I gotta tell you, as someone who is been in the modeling industry for a long time and getting into photography, it's a beautiful camera. I stole her identity? Okay. See, I'm not making her run, the game is making her run. I'm just pointing in the direction of the correct letters, I guess. Oh, good. Wow. I have to say, this is creepy in all the right ways. And the visual effects are stunning. Ha 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 ha. Why is it yellow in the eye sockets? Why is it yellow? Oh god. Yeah, this is not for kids. Absolutely not for kids.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality.
I wonder what all those, like, little pictures are flashing by when it's loading. I hope we get to find out.
This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now...
Okay, so this is what she and Martha, her twin, look like.
Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul?
It's an interesting concept to debate as well. New chapter, The Room.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright.
Okay. Yes, this is very beautiful. I am quite happy with the way the game looks. It's stunning. Let's see. Martha. So this is Martha's wardrobe, it looks like. Wait, can I interact with... There we go.
Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe.
Well, let's see what's in the other wardrobe. So you have to move it like the exact position, otherwise it's being weird. Come on, can I interact with it? There we go.
Can I be Martha without her clothes? Mummy never wanted us to swap, so I don't know how she would take it. I could wear Martha's clothes instead, in the other wardrobe.
I mean, I think if you're pretending to be Martha, it makes more sense to wear Martha's clothes, does it not? So I actually get to choose which clothes to wear. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. And now I get to see it. Alright. What's this?
This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened.
I mean, there's a key right there, but I doubt that works. Okay. What's this?
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together.
Who's Lapo? Well, I guess you wouldn't know either.
I always keep my trinket box locked.
Alright.
Everything I need is always in my bag.
R1 to open the bag. Alright. So you have opened Julia's bag. Here you can find objects that Julia always carries with her along with any picked up during the game. Alright. Objects listed at the bottom left. Select an object to use or analyze. Alright. Okay, so I can
The key to my trinket box.
I can use her key. I imagine I'd have to find not Julia, I'm sorry, she is Julia. I imagine I'd have to find Martha's.
Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now.
I'm not going to read all these right now. Okay, so to clarify, I'm Julia.
Right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast. Fine, but I'm not sure we should let her sleep all day. What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
Okay, so as I was saying, to clarify, I'm Julia, but when I fished Martha's body out of the water, I put her necklace on so that they thought Julia died. Or now I'm confusing myself. Okay, they thought that Martha. Wait. No, I was right the first time. They thought that me, Julia, had died. And they think that Martha is the one that's alive. I think I just confused myself. Don't listen to me. I am certain that I have problems retaining information, so if you can remember better than I can, please tell me down in the comments. If you need to clarify, or if anybody needs clarification, and if there's anyone in the comments, anyone watching, clarify in the comments, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. In advance, by the way.
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
This game is so beautiful. Wow. I wonder... Oh, this door's locked, so I can't go in there. L1 to run, which is what I've been doing, because I figured that out pretty quickly. Most games allow you to run with that same button.
It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room? As a child, when I spent those short years with the nanny, this was my room.
This place is beautiful. If I remember correctly, they're in Italy?
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The thought makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Her dad is so sad. That's so
Mummy
awful.
is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Okay. Things to do. Martha always reads the newspaper. I have to do the same as her, so no one will get suspicious. Requirements. Read newspaper dated 18 July. Additional info, it might be on the table. Things to do. I must put one of my photos in this empty frame. I always said to Martha I would, but never did. She would have liked it so much. Requirements, the camera. Things to do. I like to always have my camera with me. When you least expect the opportunity for the perfect shot presents itself. I can't read today, I'm sorry. Additional info. The one that my father left on the table could work. Alright. So we're going to pick up the camera. I will say...
For Julia, to take more and more photos, Dad.
I will say I have to stand at weird weird angles.
I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here.
I have to stand at weird angles to be able to interact with things, and I find that a little
There
bit
might
annoying.
be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them. Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times.
Yeah, this is during World War II, by the way. That's why she's talking about that. So let's look at the paper.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges.
Yeah, they're in
Martha
Italy.
was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Julia Kay. Distressed but supported by faith. Renee the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased.
Okay, I don't need to read anything else because I did the requirements. Do the camera. God, all the sounds, everything is just done perfectly. If you're wearing headphones or earbuds, you can hear each little sound in the different positions, and it's just done beautifully. All right, camera. You're about to use Julia's camera. It's 1940 Rolleicord with 1940. Did I say 30? I meant 40. 120 millimeter film. You use it to take photos throughout the game. Some photos will have hidden elements that will progress the game story. Alright. While holding the camera, an icon will appear to indicate points of photographic interest. This icon will appear and become clearer the closer you are. Alright. Press the square to see your camera and any fitted attachments. Alright. Stop observing. Look for the subject you want to photograph and press X to continue, or press triangle to exit camera mode. Alright. You're about to take your first picture. Hey! To simplify the simulation, the picture preview displays the settings as you change them on your camera. In real life, the viewfinder's image is controlled by the secondary lens and only responds to focus. Alright, fair. Subject frame, properly exposed. I guess it's still... Okay. Prepare your first picture. If you stand still, you'll be able to fine-tune the camera rotation, pitch, and height. Alright, fine. Open advanced settings panel to make your picture unique. Alright, that's fair. Open the panel's controls to adjust focus, exposure, and aperture. Use R1 to switch to the extras tab. So if you are a big... I'm sorry, let me move this so you can see what's going on. If you are a big camera buff, photography buff, especially in like nature or whatever, this might intrigue you. Alright, so this is the extra. Here you'll find the camera's add-ons. You'll be able to use different lenses, filters, films of various sensitivities, and much more. Right now, however, you have 100 ISO film. Press triangle to close. After closing the window, adjust the camera, then press the square to shoot. Alright. Bert, stop moving! I would like to take a picture of you. You're about to take a photo where an important... What? You're about to take a photo where an important feature of the story hasn't been correctly framed. You can continue, but the story may not progress. Do you wish to continue? No. Because I want to fix it. I would like to fix it. Nope, nope. Properly exposed. Wait, are you telling me it's out of focus? Because it doesn't seem out of focus. Focus, you some bitch. In focus. Alright. Congratulations! You have taken your first photo. You can shoot as many photos as you want throughout the game, but remember that only a few will be critical to the story's progress. Soon you will learn how to develop the photos you've taken. Nice. Yeah, I've already done that. Yeah! I'm pressing the button. The baton. Yes. Are you stuck? Hope you are not stuck. Observe the camera. I think it might be stuck. I've pressed the continue button a bunch of times.
Excellent. I've taken the
There we
picture.
go.
Now it's straight to the darkroom in the cellar to print it.
I don't know why it took so long to go away, but it did. There we go.
Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way, I think. Because if I remember correctly, dark rooms are usually in the basement.
I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques.
Oggi Bonsi. On the day of St. Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American bombs.
We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
Come on. Could never have too
These could be of use to me.
many items that could double as a weapon. I don't know.
Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
What is it? Fervilton? I have no clue what that is. Alright, here's the dark room. I know there's things to look
Daddy
at.
set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to.
I know there's a ton of stuff to look at, but I'm trying to keep the story moving. So there are maybe things that I just are peripheral that I may not look at. I'll do my best to include interesting things. But like I said, I'd like to keep the story moving. Seems like the game will largely be doing this part for me. Which is fine. I'm fine with that. I don't actually know how to develop film. And if you do, tell me if this is correct. To develop a photo, you'll first have to use the Enlarger. The Enlarger is an optical instrument that allows you to process photographic paper. Alright. After shooting a photo, the film must be developed in several steps. This aspect has been omitted for the sake of simplicity, but in reality, the steps are as follows. The film is first rolled on a reel and put inside a small tank. That tank is immersed in the developer, washed, and then immersed in a stop bath. It is then washed again, dried, and finally cut. You'll find using rolls of film already developed and ready for printing. Oh, okay. Choose the image you want to print onto. Oh, you want to print to paper, then I can't read. I'm sorry. The preview on the left side will help you choose. Of course, you will see your images in negative. All right. I mean, there's only one image. The Enlarger allows you to customize your photos even more. You can choose on which part of the paper the picture will be printed. You can adjust the focus and choose how long to expose the photographic paper. With the red filter, you can project and see the image on paper without exposing it. Alright. Use the controls, when be da boo. Yeah, I know. Okay, so the focus is adjusted. And the enlargement is... Oop. Okay. So basically I have to move the paper to fit it. Like I said, I have no idea how. I have no idea if this is actually correct. But I don't want to skip the tutorial because this is how they do it in the game. I have to make it smaller, don't I? I can't make it any smaller than that. Card position okay, out of focus.
I can't develop the photo like this.
Why not? I only need the subject, man. I don't understand. Oh, I'm adjusting the enlargement and not the focus. I'm a dumb head. Alright. Okay, so I have to do this. There we go. When the red filter is removed, the image is exposed onto the paper. This process has been automated and made faster than what happens in real life. Of course, because it would take so long from what I understand. It would take much longer than this. Alright. Alright, good. I'm glad that it's not taking a million years. Immerse the paper in the developer and the image will appear. To achieve ideal exposure, take the paper out of the developer, when the timer is in the green zone. If you take the paper out too early or too late, the picture will be ruined and you'll have to print it again. Alright, well, I'd rather not do that. La 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 la. Done. In real life, immersion in the developer is followed by a wash, a stop bath, and then a second wash. These additional baths have been skipped for the sake of simplicity. Yes, thank you, game. Here is your printed photo. You can keep it in your album or scrap it.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly.
Indeed it
Now
does.
I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
Okay, but I have to figure out how the fudge to do that. Alright.
There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. Okay, there we go. And I apologize if this game is very slow to start with, but I'm doing my best to get the story going. Oh, this must be how I can take the selfie. Le selfie.
Camera is set up with the self-timer.
Okay. So what do I do? Start timer. Smiling. Smile, everyone. I guess we'll see what that looks like. Ah. Let's go develop this bad boy. I realize that this first episode is most likely just all tutorial. Alright. But that's okay, because should you decide to play this game, you'll understand how to do this, and you can skip the tutorial. Photo paper. Oh god, that's creepy. Alright. Yep. There we go. Okay. And then I can bring it into focus. Expose the picture. This is actually pretty simple, which I appreciate because I'm sure it's more complicated in real life than it is in game here. But actually, I'm quite enjoying the development of photographs. She's very pretty. She is. I wonder who she's modeled after. Yeah, she's very pretty.
This is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha.
Well, yeah.
Strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone.
They know who each other is, of course. The soul in the photo.
I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened. But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory.
Wow. This game is just...
Of course the door is locked. If the keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
This game is just getting deeper and deeper. The rolls. And with that is the end of episode 1 of Martha is Dead. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you enjoyed this series, or if, the series isn't over yet, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button and, tell me what you think so far. And, down in the comments below. And should you like to follow me on any other platform, my social media links are all in the description box down below, along with my Twitch link. I do actually stream on a regular schedule, so should you like to see me live, feel free to give that a click and go check out my channel. And make sure you look at my schedule. It will show you when I'm streaming in your local time. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!